Hey Scott, this is Christian here to take down your 4L60E out of your Hummer. I think you remember you saying that just wasn't going into third gear, so we'll see what's going on there, and we'll go ahead and get right into it. First off, we're going to take some things off, get them out of the way. 13 millimeter bolts that hold the pump on. I'm sure you've been in the transmission business, know what a lot of things are. So I just like to talk anyway and explain things. You'll hear me say kit a lot because a lot of things do come in the kit, like these O-rings here. And over here, if you see the green tank, you'll see me throw things over there in a basket. It's what I use to clean everything up. This is your torque converter lockup O-ring. That comes in the kit too. You just throw it over. I always keep an extra box with all the stuff that I don't use, like clutches, things like that. Things that I replace, so that way if you want your old parts back, you can have them. Hopefully you can hear me just fine. So we'll drain a little bit in. This pan off. Away. I'll let you probably move you around a little bit here. That way you can see the transmission and not me as much. Sometimes I may still push you away. 13 millimeter bolt with some over there. Now the outside of the transmission, I don't have a clipper. So what I generally do is just wipe it down as best I can. It's more important anyway that the inside's clean. So I do clean the inside and arch bars and everything. But you know what this is? This is a pan gasket. Comes in your kit. Here to get replaced. A lot of metal burnt in this pan. We'll see if there's anything inside making it. Sometimes, most of the time, it's the torque converter. But we'll see if we find anything else. So there, just down here, filter. It gets replaced. It don't come in your kit. It's separate. Lay down for a second and put it in your box. Parts that you can get them back to if you want. It's here. So go ahead and take this off. Manifold pressure switch. Always replace these. A lot of builders do because it's, show you why, it's an open faced solenoid where it gets a lot more metal. Warps a lot more easy because it's mostly plastic underneath, so just automatically change it out. It's a manifold pressure switch. See a lot of metal in there. Hopefully you can see that okay. But I'll set this over in the box too, so it can get replaced. Solenoid's unplugged, out of the way. this solenoid out. Bring it a little closer. Hopefully you can see better. You didn't tell me if you had any codes in it or not. Usually the solenoids are okay. If somebody does tell me that they got a code for a solenoid, then I will change the solenoid. No, I just use them over, clean them up real good. Bring the wiring harness up. Lock up solenoid, take it out. Couple 2mm bolts. Close it on there, just kind of wiggle it. Got O-ring on it. The green one comes in the kit. That'll get replaced also. As well as solenoid O-rings. Those get replaced also. They come in the kit. Alright. Gotta get the valve body off. One thing I like to do is take the wiring harness out after I get the valve body. Moving it around and stuff. You can break this or rip some wires out. So I just make it a habit of just taking it out, setting it out of the way, cleaning it up later. Any mistakes you can think of, I've been in this business long enough, I've made those mistakes before. So you just kind of learn from the mistakes and go on. Hopefully you don't make the mistakes again, but sometimes you do. It's part of it. 7mm bolts. What I took out here was 3 8mm bolts. The rest of the valve body itself is pins. Clean up. You got steel check balls, I'm sure you already know, but those come in your kits too, so I just replace them. This here, I set it to the side. You know that they make many different sizes of them, so I just kind of have a drawer just set to the side to where I put things like this in so I don't lose it. Lost them before and they're a pain in the butt to try to get the right size. I have lost them before in the past. That close. The plate's already updated. I'll show you that closer once we get to it. Pick a few of your valves. Most of the time the valve body is fine. I do go through and do some updates to it that come in the kit. The kits that I get have all the current updates. So if it's got an update that it needs, I do it. And I'm just checking your floating valves. Everything's cooking just fine. I'm going to clean it up real good. There's a lot of metal in it, so clean it up real good. And get it all back together. Good updates. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this wiring harness out now. Still picking up check balls. What I'm do here is try to give it a little tap. It comes out. It's an O-ring right there, green O-ring. Comes in your kit, it gets replaced. Set it over here to get cleaned up. First simulator. check inside it. There's a spring that every once in a while it breaks. Most of the time it don't. Always get it apart just to make sure. And it is broken. A little spring there. That one's fine. Already got the updated servo. There's an O-ring in there that comes in your kit. Got to get replaced. So set it over here, get cleaned up. Got 3 8mm bolts here for your, like your reverse plate. You don't tighten those down, you don't have reverse. Gaskets come in the kit, they'll get replaced. Throw those away. These filters come in the kit, they'll get replaced. This is what I was talking about here. It's kind of a common update. I'm sure you've seen it before. Basically, since it's got steel check balls, that's a common area that it just beats the heck out of that plate. So you just drill it out a little bit and put this little spacer in here. Put a clip to hold it in, and it don't beat out the plate anymore. So it's a good update. It's always good. Here's your other accumulator, your springs. It's fine. These here are most of the time. This transmission, I can tell it's been through before, just by the updates. I see a few in the case. There's a couple more that I will do. Nothing major, just to make it current. Just kind of wiggle this out. Just like the other one, you've got your O-ring there that comes in the kit to get replaced. The mic, which is still on. Sometimes the microphone turns off for no reason. I don't know if it's not firing up good, or probably more than likely it's something that I'm not doing right. This is your 2-4 band servo. Just kind of knock it down a little bit, get behind it, and then get the snap ring out, and it just pops right out. Most of the time it's easy, sometimes they're hard, then you just kind of work your way up. Get it loosened up there, because you want to see the O-ring right here, and you got to cut it. Most of the time you got to cut it. It's a blue O-ring, sometimes it's a green O-ring. Most of the time it's blue. Try to grab it. Pull it, and it just cuts. So then you just kind of grab hold of it. Sometimes more of it comes out. More of it don't. Jiggle it back and forth a little bit to get that O-ring out. If I can get a hold of it with my fingers. There we go. That's the O-ring that comes in the kit. It's replaced also, and then this just pops right on out. That's your cap cover. First piston, It's got sealing rings around it, as you can see there. Comes in the kit, that'll get replaced. We've got another O-ring here. It's red or green. That'll get replaced. Same with these sealing rings there, those get replaced also. Spring, or I'm not saying I've never seen them bad, but most of the time they do. Here's the side here. Get some of this little extra fluid out. And there's one more track ball right there. Already got the pump bolts out. I always just like to get them out in the beginning. What you always gotta do is just get behind here like this. Give it a couple little pops. Most time it just pops right on out. This is your pump. Like I said, I'm sure you know all this stuff. I just like talking anyway. There's a O-ring right here, your pump O-ring. Comes in the kit. You'll get a new one, as well as these sealing rings here. Cut them off, and you'll get new ones. Front seal, you get a new front seal. Let's get the pump apart. I'm sure it'll be fine, but you never know. So check it anyway. Check the valves too, the Bruce valves. Update has been done. I'll do the update anyway, just 13mm bolts. Don't let anything get cleaned up. All your inside parts get cleaned up. And it's just fine. What's done, your pump is fine. Valves are clicking, fine. Does have an extra spring, I'll put in there. This is a filter for the pump. That little bitty thing right there. That comes in the kit, that gets replaced. So over here for right now, it's a 13 vein pump. Common. Nowadays, it used to not be. The update was a 13 vein pump because it used to be like 6 and 8 veins. Here's a plastic washer that fits underneath the rotor. Underneath this right in here. That comes in the kit too, so that'll get replaced. Pump bushing. It's a little dark. Doesn't matter. I'll replace it anyway. No matter what it looks like, I just replace it. It's always a good habit to kind of get into. You never know. Sometimes there's things you can't see with your eyes, so. Here it is. The gasket, I'm kind of peeling off a little bit there. That's your pump gasket. Also, it comes in the kit. To get replaced. Pump stator washer. It's in good shape. Now, there's a nipple that this band rides on. So basically, you just kind of get in here, move it away from the nipple. You'll be able to pull everything out there. This band, of course, is burnt. That's your 2-4 band. Black, supposed to look like a real bright red color. Sometimes they come in green. It just depends on what manufacturer makes them. There's not really no difference in those colors. You're going back with just standard. It's just whoever makes them, they're made out of the same material. Put that in your box. You're gonna throw it away and get you another one. Little burnt marks here. Basically, I just sand them up. Reverse drum. On all transmissions, you've got two things that come on in reverse. You got one up front, which is this drum, this reverse drum, and you've got a set of clutches or band, or a band in the back that comes on in reverse also. It's called low reverse band or reverse clutches. This here has got low reverse clutches in the back. You'll see mostly bands in like Fords. There are some front wheel drive Chevys that have them, but pretty much Chevy's stuck with the clutches. The clutches work a little bit better than the band, because bands break and things like that. There's that nip last time you was out. Let's get your clutches out here. Clutches all burnt. See, not much left of them right there. I was expecting burntness. Those steels look fine. Check your other steels. I'm sure. Let's check here. Yep. This is where your problem is going to be. That's your 3/4 clutches. That is a common problem in these. In 4L60s, 65s, 70s, whatever. So there's updates that you do. And I'll show you one of mine that I do. Because this has got the original springs in it. And you may or may have not heard of this before. Yeah, those clutches and steels are burnt, so those are going to have to be replaced. Got these little springs and clips. They really don't work well in that drum. Causes a lot of problems. So what I do is I take them out completely, and what I recommend to my kids and what I get is a lot thicker steel and clutches, so that way you have less drag when it goes into gear, and it prevents this from happening. It's not saying it's ever going to happen again. It will. It's still a flaw in the system that they've never fixed. It's just updates that they come up with that makes it last longer. So that'll make it last longer by putting thicker steels and clutches in. And when it goes into 3rd and 4th gear, it won't drag, because that drag, when the clutches apply and stuff, is what heats up everything. So even when I build a transmission, I try to create less drag as possible. It helps cool the transmission down and keeps it cooler also. Every builder's got their own ways of doing things. Nobody's wrong, nobody's right. It's just this is my way of doing it. So put those in there. Just throw them away. Everybody's got their own way of doing things that work for them. See a few builders that do some extra stuff that don't work, that are not around anymore. But for the most part, good builders know what to do. Your underdrive clutches, input, forward clutches, whatever you want to call them, input or forward, these clutches are always on. That's why they're always burnt. Side here, these pistons will get replaced. Okay, these pistons are molded pistons. They are a real good design. I like it better than what the old design was, but still they wear out. So in my kits, I get the pistons with it. So all those pistons will get replaced. This over, here's some bearings. Most of the time your bearings are fine. Every once in a while you'll see one that has one part. Most of the time they're bushings here get replaced. This is your input sprag assembly. This will get replaced. This is the old design. I'll replace it with a newer design. Like I said, it looks like somebody's been into this. I don't know why they didn't replace it with the newer design. A lot of people do. It's not so expensive that it's not worth doing. So it's might as well update it with a newer design. It's a lot better. It's a lot tighter. So this will get thrown into your box. Now, what you got now is all these gears back here. This is your input planet, forward planet, whatever you want to call it. So we got to get this little snap ring out. Usually I throw a little yellow snap ring. Most of the time it's kind of hard to see in there. So we'll see when we get it out. And believe it or not, this snap ring comes in the kit. So you should be getting another snap ring. These can be a pain in the butt sometimes, especially for an older guy like me who needs readers to see. And plus it's kind of dark back here. Sorry if I'm getting in your way, but I kind of got to get this. It works better for me to get it at a little bit of an angle. And there we go. There we go. That's your snap ring. Comes in the kit. That'll get replaced. Alright. Looks like you've got the heavier duty setup here, which is this is a really good setup. Not that they had a bad setup before, but this one really beefs it up if you compare it to other ones. This is another one that I'm working on. This is a 4-pinion versus a 5-pinion. And you can see how much beefier the one that you've got is compared to your metal and everything. I don't usually update it unless I need to, or if somebody requests it, because it's not really that necessary. But yours has already got the update in it. It's probably got already the updated this is the factory update. This means that it comes from the factory just like this. It's GM's version of the Beast. I'm sure you heard the Beast before. The Beast is a sun shell that's thick, about as thick as this, and it's a lot darker in color. Chevy liked the idea so much that they went ahead and updated it themselves and updated the area also of your planet. So this is the factory update that was done. Here's your reaction gear, reaction sun gear, rear sun gear, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. It's in good shape. Now we've got your center support right here, and it's got a snap ring in it that we got to get out. Let's take this screwdriver, like this screwdriver, because not only does it get it out, it kind of brings the snap ring towards you also. That way you can get in here and kind of work it around a little bit better using both your hands. This comes out like that. Now to get this out, there's a horseshoe clip right here. I'll show you once we get it out. It kind of helps keep it in place. Also, besides the snap ring, what we do is just kind of get back here. Now from your rear tail, or you're not your real tail, but your rear shaft there, and it gets it out. This is fine. They're always good. This design has been used since the 70s, back in the old 350s. I'm sure you've seen inside with 350 from here on out. This is all the same. It's a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit different design, but it's the same concept. Hold your low roller clutch inside the middle of it. Chevy was good about just leave them low enough alone. Because your low reverse clutches, they are burnt. They'll get replaced, of course, in your keep. This is your reaction or your rear planet, and it's a nice beefy one too. So that is just fine. Now, here's this clip I was talking about, horseshoe clip. It's what we commonly call it. Clean it up, set it over to the side. This is your rear ring gear, rear hub assembly, also the rear shaft, output shaft, and it's always just fine. It's like this is like a seal. Hardly ever see them go bad. So there's nothing out of the ordinary here. It's just pretty much the same as what we talked about. It's your bearing. There's also a piston in the back of the case. That's your low reverse piston. It's an aluminum piston. It's got O-rings on it. I'll get it out. Special tool that you get used to getting it out. Once I build it, so all that'll get replaced. Gaskets. So pretty much like what I was saying, tilt this up a little bit left screen, is all you're going to need is just your kit, some steels, filter, manifold pressure switch, input sprag assembly, torque converter. That is one thing I can go ahead and get, and I use my torque converters to help line the pumps up. I always do that because it seems like it helps it with R&R guys or guys like you to get the torque converter back in. It's just something I learned a long time ago and just stuck with. And so I use whatever torque converter I get with the pump and to size up the bushing tube, so everything goes back in easier when it comes back to you. It's also a seal. I know, probably know there's in there that'll get replaced. So I do need that torque converter from you, but I'll go ahead and get one ordered. And by the time you see this, it does take some time for this to upload out where I live at. So by the time you see this, I've already got your parts ordered. They'll probably be here tomorrow. I'm going to, instead of Thursday, I'm going to try to get you done by Wednesday. The reason why earlier than what we talked about is because when I was going over some things with my wife, I forgot we've got some animals that we're picking up in Tennessee on Thursday. So that's going to be an all day and well into the evening before we get back. So I won't be free to do anything on Thursday. So that's why I'm going to get you done by Wednesday. And that's about it. If you have any questions, send me a text, whatever you want to do, and I'll get you done. And next time you'll be hearing from me is when I got you done. You have a good day.